Hi friends! So today I'm going to be doing another tag video. This one I was tagged by Tom from Tom's Thoughts, and this is the Friends tag.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you, 'cause I'm there for you too.
I love Friends. I think it's really cool that I'm doing this tag now when the Friends reunion just came out the other day. I have yet to watch it. I'm planning on watching it tonight and I'm excited for it. Oh, it's my comfort show. When it was on Netflix, I would watch it all the time. It would just be on the background whenever I was cleaning or doing something that I didn't have to pay attention to the TV, but I wanted something on the background. Friends is it. I am pro Chandler, pro Joey. Ross is my least favorite. Sorry, guys. Still love him, but least favorite. So this one goes across the acronym for the words friends. And so the first prompt is friendship, a book with a strong friendship in it. And I think it's asking you to recommend a book that has these things in it. I don't know if it's supposed to be one you have read or you haven't read, so I'm just going off my gut. And so for friendship, I happen to have a book next to me. I cannot take a book, the friendship that I love more than Harry Potter. I know that a lot of people talk about the, what's it called? Lies of Locke Lamora, that series, and there's a really good friendship in there, but I have not read it yet. It's on my list, so I'm going to go with Harry Potter. The Golden Trio and their friends, I love their friendship. It's dysfunctional at times, but they're always there for each other. They grow up together. Harry finds his family in them, and they create this group of people that is so ironclad in their love for each other. Cannot beat Harry Potter. I will give a honorable mention, second place, to the Stormlight Archive books. You're probably thinking, what? Why those books? I will tell you, Bridge 4, and also I love Kaladin and Adolin's friendship. If you have read the books, you will understand what I'm saying. I don't want to say book numbers or anything because I don't want to accidentally spoil something, but I love their friendship. It's so cute. I love it so much. So, Brayden Sanderson, I can't wait to see what you do. Question number 2, or prompt number 2, is R for real life. So a nonfiction book that you want to read. And that I have a whole list of nonfiction books that I want to read. Half of them are thanks to Gregory LaPerche and all of his fact books that he keeps talking about. And the other half happen to be medical related stuff. And this one is one of those. This book is called The Organ Thieves. So I have ordered this book, but it's not come to me yet. And I will just read to you the little blurb on the back of it. I cannot believe that this actually happened. But it says, in 1968, Bruce Tucker, a black man, went into Virginia's top research hospital with a head injury, only to have his heart taken out of his body and put into the chest of a white businessman. So this happened. It's the first heart transplant to happen in the segregated South. And so this man went into the hospital, head injury. None of his family were called. No one was asked. He was unconscious. And instead of taking care of this man, healing him, doing what medical professionals are supposed to do, they decided to save a white businessman by literally stealing the heart from this black man and putting it in the white man without asking anyone. No consent was given. Family members weren't alerted. I believe he had a brother, and his brother was told after the fact, after he had already passed and was dead in the hospital. His brother was called and told that he was in an accident at all and that he had died. That absolutely blows my mind. As someone who is going into medical profession, it makes me so angry. I can't really rant about it right now. Trust me, I will do a video when I'm done with this, but I cannot believe this occurred. So it says, Chip Jones, who's the author, exposes the horrifying inequality surrounding Tucker's death and how he was used as a human guinea pig without his family's permission or knowledge. And so this explores medical and research and the racial inequalities that are involved in all of this. I took a class last year that was a medical ethics course in which we talked about this, and this has happened many, many times in the history of America, and I am sure other countries. We were just looking at America in this class, and it is heartbreaking. It is wrong on every single level, and it's infuriating. And so I'm interested to see what else I learned from this book and how this author delves into this subject. Oh, it's going to be a real contentious book. I'm really interested / horrified to read this novel because I need to learn more about the history of this in the US so that, as we move forward as a country, we can make sure that medical professionals are treating every patient equal. Anyway, next prompt is going to be and that's going to be indie. So a book by an indie author. I haven't read a ton of indie books, but I am reading right now on my Kindle one called The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, I think her name is. And I really love it. I picked it up on a whim. I saw it on a Reddit thread. And I don't know if it's YA or if it's adult. I think it's like straddling the line between the two of them. So in this novel, it takes place in like our current present time, and so it's more of an urban fantasy, and there are these 6 young adults. 2 of them just graduated college, and then the rest are a little bit older, so I'm thinking like mid to late 20s maybe. And they are all kind of tapped by the secret organization to come join them for a year long of like intense schooling in magic. And they're all magicians or magic users that have different sorts of powers that do different things. And the secret society is based around the Library of Alexandria. I'm going to say it wrong because I'm so used to saying Alexandria, but this is the actual Library of Alexandria, like that disappeared. And the pretense is that it didn't disappear, it was kept hidden by people who use magic because they felt like it was better to keep the knowledge contained for magic users so that everybody in the world didn't have access to it and couldn't, use it for nefarious purposes. And so these people are here and they're trying to figure out what the secret society is. They're told that after a year, only 5 of them are going to be inducted. And so they're trying to figure out like, how do they narrow us down? How do they get rid of one person? What's going to happen to that person? And it's really cool. Like the way that the author writes these characters, they have these really convoluted conversations. And they're convoluted because they talk about philosophy, they talk about physics, they talk about all sorts of stuff pertaining to the magic. And it's really cerebral. And sometimes I have to reread a couple of the pages as I'm going because it reads quickly like it's a YA story, but the content is not. And so I'm really enjoying this spin on the magic and how the magic works and how they work together. And also the relationships between the characters in some ways feels tropey, but in some ways doesn't. It's like you expect that, oh, this trope is going to happen, and then it just doesn't. And then you're like, well, what's going to happen now? Like, I thought these 2 people were going to be together. Like, in any other book, these people would pair off and be together, but they're not. So I'm really enjoying this indie novel, and I'm going to finish it today. And I really want other people to read it. I think it has less than like 1,000 reviews on Goodreads. I don't know. I think it's good. So you should check out the Atlas 6 if you're interested in anything like that. Number 4, Ending. Ending. A book where the ending made you scream is A Shadow in Summer by Daniel Abraham. Now, this book didn't make me scream like, how could this possibly have happened? It made me scream silently in my head because it was just like, it felt like a bunch of stuff happened, yet almost nothing happened. And there's no like cliffhanger at the end, but what happens, you're just like, oh my God, this is going to impact everything. And then then the book's done. And so it wasn't a bad scream. It wasn't a I hate this scream. It was a oh my god, how can you do this scream? And so everyone should read The Long Price Quartet by Daniel Abraham. Okay, guys. So, editing Caitlin here. I realized that I forgot one of the prompts in this video because the person who tagged me also forgot the prompt, and so I made the same mistake. So this is N for new, and that is what is a new release that you're looking forward to reading. And I have two answers for this. One is going to be The Fall of Babel, which is the fourth book in the Books of Babel series by Josiah Bancroft, and that is coming out way in November. So I'm finishing up The Hod King now and can't wait to read the last book when it comes out. I'm excited to finish the series off and see if he can knock it out of the park. I think he will. I'm excited. And the second one is going to be a book that I'm looking forward to reading that's new to me because I have a huge backlog of books that have been out for a really long time that I really want to read. And one of them is the Malazan Book of the Fallen, and so I'm looking forward to finally being able to start The Gardens of the Moon. I'm a little intimidated by Malazan because of all of the things that everyone on BookTube has to say about it. It's, really philosophical, it's very complicated. The books don't necessarily mesh together very well. You get staggered stories. So I'm hoping that I'll really like Gardens of the Moon. Friends of mine say it's really good. Other people say it's a hot mess. So we'll see what I think, and I'm gonna try to get to that in August sometime maybe. So yay! And on to the next prompt. Prompt 5 is D, dark, a book that has dark themes. And so I had a couple in my mind, the two dystopian novels that I really love that deal with dark themes, and that's going to be 1984, one of my favorite books of all time. Orwell, come on, guys. It talks about war, it talks about censorship, it talks about torture, it just touches all of these things. If you have not read it 1984 by this point, you really should. I know a lot of people were forced to read it in high school, but it's so good, guys. And then The Chrysalids is another one, and not as many people have read The Chrysalids. I read it this past year during quarantine. I wanted to, expand my horizons with dystopian fiction, and this one kind of touches on dystopian with a bit of a religious flair to it, which I really enjoyed, and I felt like it brought another aspect to it, and it doesn't do it in the same way The Handmaid's Tale does. So check out The Chrysalids. I highly recommend it. Don't want to say too much. Don't want to spoil it because I found it really intriguing. The last prompt would be S in Friends, and I've seen it done as share and pick people to tag, or as special and talk about books that are special to you. And so for special, I'm going to say that I have two books that I really cherish more than my other books that I would run into the house if it was burning down to grab. And one of them is a copy of The Cabinet of Curiosities by Preston and Child. And that was my father's favorite book, and when he passed away, it was one of the ones that I kept, and so that's really important to me. And my other favorite cherished book that I have is a copy of the seventh Harry Potter book that my best friend's older sister picked up for me when she was in London when it was released, so it's a first edition British copy, and I love it so much. I haven't even read it. I don't want to crack the spine. It's so important to me. I love it. And I can't wait till I have a bookshelf with glass cabinets where I can display it in a way that I know it won't get damaged. And for the share part, I'm going to tag 3 people. I'm going to tag Klaus, the contradictorian, because I know he loves Friends just as much as I do. I'm going to tag Katie without an E. I believe that's what her channel is going to be called. She just posted her first video today. I'm really excited for her. So here is a tag for you to do, and I can't wait to hear from you. And then the last one, I'm going to tag Joanna, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have not been tagged in this video and you want to do it, go for it. Thank you for watching. I had a fun time doing this prompt. I was really excited when I saw it was Friends themed because like I said, I love that show so much. And I'm going to go and watch the reunion before I edit this video. Hi friends, I just wanted to add this to the end of the video between when I filmed this and now, I reached the milestone of 100 subscribers on my channel, and I wanted to say thank you so much. I am surprised that I got here so fast, and I feel really honored that there are that many people who want to listen to what I have to say about books in this community. So thank you so much. And because I have reached this milestone, I want to do a Q&A video. So if you guys have anything that you want to know about me or questions you want me to answer, go ahead and put them in the chat. Or if you're on Discord with me, you can send me a DM with them. And then once I've had a bunch of those collected, I'll probably do the video in, I don't know, a week to 2 weeks. Let's just say within a week have all the questions, and yeah, that's what I'll do. So a week from today, I will film. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I love doing this and being able to put videos out for you guys. It's so much fun. It's challenging for me to put myself out here, and I'm really glad that I did, because I've met so many amazing people and I get to hear opinions and thoughts from all of you guys. So I'm just really honored, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.